June 22nd, accepting life as it is. In our recovery, we find it essential to accept reality. Once we can do this, we do not find it necessary to use drugs in an attempt to change our perceptions. Basic text, page 90. Drugs used to buffer us from the full force of life. When we stop using drugs and enter recovery, we find ourselves confronted directly with life. We may experience disappointment, frustration, or anger. Events may not happen the way we want them to. The self-centeredness we cultivated in our addiction has distorted our perceptions of life. It is difficult to let go of our expectations and accept life as it is. We learn to accept our lives by working the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous. We discover how to change our attitudes and let go of character defects. We no longer need to distort the truth or to run from situations. The more we practice the spiritual principles contained in the steps, the easier it becomes to accept life exactly as it comes to us. Just for today, I will practice self-acceptance by practicing the 12 steps. I'm Herb the Addictaholic. This is just for today. And there's this comedian, Bill Burr, who's become sober, clean recently. I don't know how recent, maybe it's been a year or two. But one of his comments stands out, and he's like, being sober, being clean is it's like taking life in the face. And I thought that was kind of funny, but it's true. If you've ever been punched, it can be a shocker. It can be a little bit of an eye-opener, a little bit of a reality check, and it hurts, but it doesn't kill you. But it definitely shakes things up a little bit, and then sometimes you get a deja vu moment after being punched, and it's kind of like, whoa, and sometimes being clean and taking life as it is like that. It's like being punched, taking life in the face. And I kind of prefer it this way now. I didn't feel things before. If I was in a fight where I couldn't feel the punches, I might take a lot more damage to my body because I'm not evading and trying to get away from a punch. Whereas now, I know it's gonna hurt, I'm gonna dodge it, or I'm gonna, deflect or work with it. And I do the same thing in life. It's coming my way. I'm not running from it, but I'm gonna learn how to work with it, against it, flow through it, or take that punch and just know it's going to be a little painful, but I'm going to live through this. I hate to use fighting as an analogy. I try to steer away from violence these days. Although training is a great thing, it helps physical fitness and discipline. And somebody told me before, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And so I like to prepare for those type of things. So I use fighting sometimes, but I don't want to fight. I don't want to hurt people, especially now, working the program. I only want to spread love and joy and happiness and cultivate fellowship. And, but unfortunately life is it throws caveats at us. And, one of those is some people do want to cause harm on others, and so I'd rather be prepared for that. But if I could talk my way out of it and maybe convince them to hug instead, I'm going to try that first, and we'll see how it works out. Thank you guys for coming out. Hope to see you tomorrow. Keep coming back. It works if you work it.